Hey guys, welcome to my new video. I apologize if my fan is in the background. It's the start of an incredible heat wave event about to come here. We're expecting temperatures of like 97 to 106 degrees Fahrenheit over the next 4 days. That's like 37 to 42 degrees Celsius. And summer only just begun here yesterday. So I apologise if that's in the road. Anyway, as you saw from the beginning, tonight I'm going to tell you my top 5 TV shows of the decade, a couple of Q&A answers that people have asked me, and then what's going to happen with a game that I got tonight. So, here we go. My top 5 TV shows of the decade, of this decade. So as you can see from up here, my number 5 TV show of the decade is Star vs. the Forces of Evil, and it was an incredible show on the Disney Channel. Star, Marco, Jenna, all the other guys, Toffee. It was just an incredible show. It had the perfect ending, although some people are still pretty annoyed about how it ended and why Starco became official. I, for one, was very excited to see Starco be official because I always wanted Star and Marco to be together, and they kissed in like the 4th or 5th last ever episode. It's the way it was meant to be, and I just hate it when people say Starco should never have happened. Starco was forced. It wasn't forced. They genuinely shared their love for each other, and I loved it. It was amazing. What a show it was. Seriously. Number 4 in my top 5 TV shows of the decade, Futurama. Now, this was on in the first 4 years of the decade, 2010 to 2013. Now, yes, this show began in 1999, so it was technically on for 3 decades. The end of the 90s, the noughties, and the first half of this decade. There was the first half of this decade, which was incredible. And the last few episodes were so amazing. Zoidberg finally finds a true girl to love. Finally they get married, but the whole world gets frozen. And that last sequence when Fry asks Leela if they wanted to go around again, which was so incredible. That show was amazing. I loved Dr. Zoidberg. I loved all the characters, but it was an amazing show, Futurama. Just loved it. My number 3 in my top 5 TV shows of the decade is an Australian show. So most of you won't understand what I'm talking about, but I'll try to explain it to you in details. It's called Have You Been Paying Attention? And basically it's about a quiz show which has 5 like comedians that are like on radio or TV in Australia and New Zealand, and they answer questions about the news of the week around the world. Now what's even more funnier is that the incorrect answers are actually the most funniest ever. And I love it. I love the show so much. It's been on for 7 years. Its last episode of this year aired last week, and it was amazing. So it's on Channel 10 in Australia. New Zealand has got their own version now of the show. If you ever want to watch on YouTube, just type in HYBPA, because that's short for the title of the show, and trust me, it is awesome. It really is awesome. I love that show so much. My number 2 in my top 5 TV shows of the decade. It was a hard one, but I think I got this right. Steven Universe. And I can't wait to see Steven Universe future. But what a show Steven Universe has become. Just disappointing that it hasn't gotten the recognition it should be getting in Australia, because it deserves more recognition in Australia than where it's getting. Like, yes, we've got DVDs here, and That's all we've got. I mean, seriously, that's all we've got in Australia is DVDs of Steven Universe. The first 4 seasons, mind you. So way ahead of America on that remark. But it deserves more recognition. If it wasn't for Steven Universe, I never would have met Zach Callison and Mary Elizabeth McGlynn. That's the voices of Steven Universe and Dr. Maheshwaran. And I would never have become friends with Ricardo Dietz. Or Ken Osborne, for that matter. Or Susan Egan, the voice of Rose Quartz. It is, and of course the whole cast and crew of Steven Universe. I would never have been friends with them. I would never have been in the fandom of Steven Universe. I would not be here today if it wasn't for Steven Universe and all the amazing fans of the show. This show has been incredible, and the first episode I actually watched of Steven Universe was Full Disclosure. I bawled my eyes out because it reminded me of my late friend who unfortunately took his own life, and that reminded me of that because I wasn't there when it unfortunately happened, but deep down, knowing how much it hurt, it freaking sucked. But I love the show. It's been amazing, and like I said, can't wait for Steven Universe future, and the Steven Universe movie was magnificent. Just loved it. That's all I can say on Steven Universe. It's awesome. And of course, number 1, I think there's no second guesses into what this is. I mean, you can see on the screen what it is, but I'm just building it up, folks. Of course, it's the poster behind me. It's the shirt I'm wearing. It's Adventure Time. We all thought it ended last year. I cried. It was amazing. Why am I going to cry right now? I've got no idea. But little did I know that it would be returning next year, which is freaking awesome. I first started watching Adventure Time in 2013, and people thought it was crazy. Just like when I started watching Steven Universe, people thought it was crazy. But like Steven Universe, I wouldn't be where I'd be today if it wasn't for the cast and crew and all the fans of Adventure Time. I never thought I'd be friends with John DiMaggio in real life. That's actually a true story. And Jessica Chico, Flame Princess. Obviously John did Jake. But Adventure Time, quite rightfully, has gotten more recognition in Australia than Steven Universe. Like I said, Steven Universe deserves more. But as you can see from my bedroom, and that little Jake canvas in the background, like you've already seen my collection of Adventure Time. I've got basically 22 DVDs. I've got 6 video games. I've got old calendars. I've got canvases. I've got posters. I've got little figurines from McDonald's, or as we call it here in Australia, Macca's. A Jake the Dog cookie jar, which I'll show you in another video another time. Can holders, wallets, bags, flip-flops, aka sandals, aka thongs, like footwear. It is incredible. I even have a Adventure Time bath towel. It is just an incredible show, and I can't wait to see it back next year. Can't wait to see it return next year, because Adventure Time was mathematical at its absolute best. Okay, enough of that. Here's the Q&A. I love anything that is in front of me. I don't like eggs, baked beans, cheesy balls like those chip packets, onion rings, not the ones that you have at Burger King, aka Hungry Jack's in Australia. We don't call it Burger King here. But yeah, those burger rings, chip packets, I don't like them either. But I love anything. My favourite though would be spaghetti. It's really awesome. I have seen that list, Ryan, and the only movie that I've actually seen from all that movies that you've got is Wall-E, that very, very wonderful Disney Pixar movie from 2008. That was so beautiful. Loved it. It was amazing. But my all-time favourite movies is actually three of them. Dirty Dancing, back in 1987. See, I was born in 1993, but Dirty Dancing, I loved it. It was sensational. I mean, it was freaking awesome. I mean, that famous one-liner from the late great Patrick Swayze, "Nobody puts baby in the corner." That was amazing. I mean, yes, there was a little bit of sexual chemistry, but I loved it. I love the movie. It is absolutely amazing. Another movie that I love is called True Lies. It has Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, Tom Arnold. It's about a guy who his wife thinks he's a salesman, but in actual fact he's a secret agent trying to stop terrorists from like attacking the United States and other places of the world. And it's mostly action. It does have a little bit of sexual chemistry in it. Also has a bit of comedy in it. And but no, I love it. That movie, True Lies, that was amazing. Other movies I like, the Shrek trilogies, Monsters Incorporated, Stuart Little 1 and 2, Over the Hedge. They had Jessica Chico, Avril Lavigne, William Shatner, Steve Carell, among others, Bruce Willis. But those are some of my favourite movies. I've got a lot more. I can't get into detail right now, but that is some of my favourite movies. So just before I did this video tonight, I bought Steven Universe Unleash the Light on Apple Arcade. If you haven't got an Apple Arcade, you are missing out. It is sensational. I can't afford the $8 a month on Apple Arcade, just quietly, but it is amazing. I mean, Lapis has an appearance. There's so many characters in that game. I love it. It is absolutely amazing. So I got it like half an hour ago. I played a bit of it, loved it. I absolutely loved it. It is definitely worth playing this summer here, because in case there's blackouts, which I pray there's no blackouts from either heat wave or thunderstorms, which I hate. I love it. I really love it. Just quickly before I go tonight, I finally achieved something on social media which I never thought it would happen on Twitter. Just a couple of days ago, I achieved a milestone of 850 followers on Twitter, and the 850th follower on Twitter is a pretty cool dude. His name is Gerard Boss. He's from Amsterdam. I hope I said that right. I'm not good with pronunciation sometimes. Amsterdam, in the Netherlands. Now, he's actually a die-hard St. Louis Blues hockey fan. He watches their games when it's like 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning over there. He is an absolute super fan. And when they won the Stanley Cup last season, he actually went to St. Louis thanks to so many generous fans. And he actually got to see and touch the Stanley Cup when I went back to St. Louis. And he even said to me that we Dutch love the Aussies. That means a lot. You know that the Dutch love Australia, and I know we love the Dutch, so it was pretty cool. But yeah, 853 followers now on Twitter. I just hope we get to 1,000. Would be so cool. hope you enjoyed it tonight, guys. Next week I won't be doing a video because I've got my work Christmas party and 2 other Christmas parties. But I will be doing definitely 1 more video before the year is out, maybe 2, but definitely 1, and it'll be the best moments of the year and the best moments of the decade, as well as some of the worst. And there will be some coarse language because this year for me it's been mostly good, but there has been some dramas, like being conned by a pathetic person who doesn't give a rat's ass, who still won't, and getting bullied a couple of weeks ago on the bus because I sticked up for someone. We're going to dig deeper into that either 2 weeks time, just before Christmas. I may do a live stream on Instagram on New Year's Eve, so watch out for that. And also, just quickly, I may be going to a baseball game in Brisbane this month or next month, and going to a cricket game later next month. So there'll be videos of that as well. But yeah, there'll be at least 1 more video to come this year. Anyway, comment, like, subscribe. I love you all. I better get to sleep because it's gonna be a stinker this next week. Turns off the heat. 97 to 106 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 to 42 degrees Celsius. It's gonna be bad. Love you all, guys. See yous.